I was trying to make a play on the ball, and I guess I followed through and I hit her. So obviously it's never intentional. That's not even like the type of player that I am.
Whoa!
Be able to see how hard the foul is right here. That's a hard foul, and she does get her in the face.
Carrington trying to dribble out of trouble and knocks down Sherrod, and now we have a little scuffle. They're on the sideline.
There was a little wind up there, and there was some follow through.
Whoa!
If she would have had extensions, it would have come off.
I saw.
All right. In pain after she caught that fingertip in the eye or right around it from Carrington with no whistle.
DeJounte Carrington, ladies and gentlemen, this woman is clearly a menace to the WNBA. She's effectively the Draymond Green of the WNBA because she cannot be controlled. She's out here fouling people left and right, fouling the hell out of people, and she cannot and will not be stopped. As a matter of fact, I think she's actually worse than Green because she's up here, got entire compilations of her doing this and still pretending as though, oh, I was just playing the game really hard. I didn't know what I was doing. It was an accident. Draymond Green, at least we know that he got something else going on, but this DeJounte person is far more sinister, in my opinion. Here's a clip of what happened recently here when she fouled Sophie Cunningham of the Indiana Fever. By the way, guys, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype videos, so be sure to like the video, hype the video. It helps out a lot. Appreciate you.
Here's Cunningham up ahead of the field, weighs it in, plus the foul, and then Cunningham gets into the face of DeJounte Carrington.
It's her right across the face, coming down, trying to prevent the layup, but that is just a hard hit. That's definitely going to be upgraded, I think, to a flagrant too, Ryan.
I think that is going to be a flagrant too.
The defensive foul on DeJounte Carrington has been upgraded to a flagrant foul, penalty 2. Since there's wind-up, impact, and follow-through, high potential for injury, players in a vulnerable position.
Now, as if it wasn't brazen enough, the fact that she manages to get away with fouling her opponents repeatedly, and because she's salty about getting ejected from the game, she decides to come out on Threads and say that this was white privilege.
She then posted on social media writing, quote, "white privilege," and tagging the Indiana Fever. Cunningham told reporters, "This has nothing to do with race. Last year I did the same thing and I got kicked out, and I deserve to be kicked out. There's no reason to even play that card." Indiana's head coach Stephanie White addressed what happened in a post-game press conference. She is not convinced the foul has to do with all of the outside noise, but agrees with Carrington being ejected. Now, White declined to comment on Carrington's, quote, "white privilege" post.
Okay, Sophie Cunningham, the person who she brutally clotheslined, you saw it in the video. You see the thumbnails. You got her face all mushed in with the arm over her face. It looks ridiculous. And I know that games could get rough sometimes, guys, but I don't see everybody else in the league out here fouling people like this. And when they do, they get punished. Why is it only white privilege when the white girl happens to get injured? I guess we should just overlook it when the white people get injured because, you know, the past and racism and all of that stuff, because these people of today were alive to experience all of that, right? Yeah, right. But guys, here's something that made it even more silly, is that the coach for the Fever made a fool of herself, didn't defend her own player at all. As a matter of fact, came out somewhat defending this DeJounte person, this freaking damn near wild animal. When she gets on a basketball court, she just becomes a whole different person, apparently. And this woman is out here borderline defending her. Let's take a look at what Caitlin Clark's face looks like during this clip.
Reaction to that, just your thoughts on what happened? Yeah, I mean, look, it was a hard foul. I don't think that DeJounte intentionally came out to.
Hold on.
I don't think.
Look at Clark's face. She knows that this was more than a hard foul. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was a hard foul. I don't think that DeJohnette intentionally came out to get her across the neck like she did. But it did happen, and I thought it was the right call. But, you know, one of the things about Nay is that she's going to play her butt off, man. She's going to compete. Nobody's going to go walking in for a layup. And so I'm not.
Okay, now, I've watched a lot of Caitlin Clark interviews before. And I know sometimes she does a little, you know, she gets a little restless and she does stuff like this. But I don't think that's what's happening this time. I think Clark knows that she's hearing some BS. She knows it's fake. She knows it's phony. You know, she knows that this coach is just trying to go along to get along. And she's probably trying not to laugh in the woman's face. That's my assessment of it.
But, you know, one of the things about Nay is that she's going to play her butt off, man. She's going to compete. Nobody's going to go walking in for a layup. And so I don't oppose the hard foul. But I also don't think that she intentionally went for the neck.
I mean, of course, it doesn't surprise me that this coach would say that because they don't necessarily have a history of defending their players. I mean, Clark gets beat up left and right, and you don't hear her saying a whole lot about that either, guys. But Riley Gaines came out and spoke on this as well, and she said that actually she thinks that this is black privilege.
Actually say that this is black privilege, to be totally honest with you, because her posting this white racist comment right after assaulting Sophie Cunningham on the court is actually black privilege because she knows the WNBA won't do a single thing of significance about it. And imagine if the roles were reversed. If Sophie made a comment similar to this, then she'd likely never play again. And actually, we just saw this from Coach Sandy Brondello. She got disciplined for making, I believe, a pretty innocent, maybe, you know, offhand comment about talking about Angel Reese and saying that she's a protected species. She was suspended and disciplined. And I think if that's the standard, then DeJohnette should be too. I
100% agree. Like, we know that because of the racist shield that people love to put up whenever they do anything wrong against a white person, that they are always looking for some extra added benefit, some extra added benefit of the doubt. Like, I didn't do it on purpose. Why am I getting punished so severely? It must be because they're white. They're always going to use this ridiculous excuse. I think that when you look at things from a neutral perspective, don't include race in it, this looked crazy. Point blank period. Nobody probably would even really mention race if DeJohnette didn't go there and say, hey, this is white privilege. That's the reason I was ejected from the game. No, lady, you got the foul very clearly. Everybody can see it. And you can't even accept the reality of it. I would argue the fact that when people say stuff like this, it makes you think about race more. And it makes you wonder, like, well, maybe, even though perhaps we weren't thinking it before, perhaps you are out here fouling all these white girls because maybe you just don't like white people. Since you happen to bring up race, you guys ever thought about that? I would recommend to anyone, just don't even bring race into it. If you don't want to have that conversation, well, hey, are you racist? Did you do it because she was white? Is that why you clotheslined her? You don't want to bring that into the conversation. You're not prepared to answer that question. Don't even bring race into it. But these are just my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out. Big shout out to my members, Cybernoodle 655, Bella Scott, Carpentier John, Pinecone 6, and Arcano. Always appreciate you.
So God bless you. Congratulations, you guys. You're amazing. Congratulations. You guys are amazing, okay? Know it. Feel it.